All right, so here I am starting with a charcuterie board that I made over Thanksgiving break. I like to start by laying my what I like to call big ticket items out, which is usually your cheese because those are your largest pieces and are often going to be the focal point of your board. So I started with my wheel of brie, and I went ahead and cut that in half because I found that when the middle sections are like open and available, more people are willing to go ahead and start eating it because no one wants to cut it first. Then I went ahead and laid out some squares of Gouda because I have some younger kids at this event, and I know they like kind of simple cheeses, so I went ahead and laid those out. Then I'm going to start putting some crackers on. I try to put as many crackers on the board as I can because in the past I've found that if you just bring like extra crackers over to the side or like on another plate, people typically don't tend to go and reach for those. They just like to eat what's on the board. Then I have some long, crunchy breadsticks, and I'm putting those in an old yogurt jar, which is another great thing about charcuterie boards is you can kind of just utilize whatever you have in your house. And as you can see, I switched where I had my wheel of brie and the breadsticks. And now I'm getting ready to put my last piece of cheese down. This one's kind of a little gooey, so you really have to make sure you want to know where it's going to go because it will leave some residue around the tray. Now I'm going to show you how to make some salami roses, which are one of my favorite parts of charcuterie boards. I feel like they really add some fun levels to the board. And you can just take a shot glass or a sauce dish and you start putting your salami in. You'll put it open side up and start layering your salami in there. And then when you pull it off, you'll have this beautiful rose. And I'm gonna do this a few more times. I found that you can usually get 2 or 3 roses out of a pack of a salami. And the bigger your pieces of salami are, the better it's gonna hold. So if you have smaller circles, you might have to have some extra support with like toothpicks or something like that. All right, so now I've finished my salami roses and placed those. And I'm gonna start adding in some crackers. This is when I feel like it's easy to lose confidence when you're making your charcuterie board, when you're having to fill in those kind of intimidating big blank spaces on your board after you've already used a lot of your big items. So I'm starting to just sprinkle some crackers around to help cover up some of those white places. And then for some sweet flavor on there, I got a bar of chocolate with some almonds in it and just cut those up into smaller pieces to sprinkle around. I'm also going to start putting some blackberries on there to help fill in some of those white spaces. This is when you can really kind of just rummage through your pantry or your fridge and see whatever you have that you feel like might fit your flavor profile or your overall look. You can add like a pop of color with this step. I also found some bread that had some chocolate chips in it, so I just kind of cut those into smaller pieces and put those around the board. And I have some leftover pieces of chocolate that are shaped like apples, and I'm putting those on there to help just make it a little more fun and fit that fall Thanksgiving theme a little bit more. I'm putting some peanuts on, and I've put a few more crackers on as well to help fill up those blank spots. And yeah, you're just trying to make sure that you don't really see any white on your board is your overall goal. So as you can see, I'm starting to rearrange the board a little bit. I decided it needed a little something more. So I got another one of those yogurt jars, and I'm gonna put some mini pickles that I found in the fridge. I felt like it would just add another fun flavor to the board and then some more visual interest. And I think I'm going to put a few olives on there as well to help bring the flavor of the pickles in, to have some more of that vinegary, salty flavor as well, so it's not so sweet because I have brie and fruit and some crackers with some dried fruit in there, and then a cinnamon cranberry goat cheese. So I thought the salty, vinegary flavor of the pickles and the olives would help cut that nicely. Next, I'm going to add some pomegranates, and I thought this step really brought the board together. The red was a nice pop of color and really helped create some visual interest in the board. All right, for my final few steps, I'm going to take some powdered sugar and shake that over the chocolate chip bread and the pieces of chopped up chocolate I have on the board, just to create some more visual and color interest in the board. And then for my final step, I'm taking some decorative toothpicks and I'm going to stick those in the pickles, just again to add some more color and visual interest to the board. And that is it. I'm going to add some cheese spreaders, and I hope you guys found this video useful, and best of luck when you try to create your own charcuterie board.